Greetings, people. Thank you very much. Let me take this opportunity and introduce myself. My name is Langa. I am from Thembalethu in George. I am a leader in this community as well as a councillor in the George municipality. Firstly, let me take this opportunity and express our deepest condolences to those people who would have lost their members of the family in numbers in some families due to COVID-19. I wish to also extend our wishes of strength to those people who are still quarantined and who are sick of COVID-19, and we wish them speedy recovery. The gist and the reason for my message today, people, is to share, our experiences in the past or in the recent past. We have been rather inundated with calls, expressing concerns about people who are not in obeyance of the rules and the laid down regulations about COVID-19. As a result, particularly in Thembalethu, people have now become quite scared and concerned about the scourge of the virus because it continues to rise. And Thembalethu particularly has become the epicenter of the COVID-19 in the whole of the Southern Cape, which in itself is very, very worrying. Let me once again remind people that COVID-19 or coronavirus is very deadly and it kills. It can only kill you once you do not obey the laid down rules. And unfortunately for all of us, particularly in the area of Thembalethu, of course I should say, in extension to the areas of Pagdin, Rosemore, Conville, Parkersdorp, all the townships, we are very much unfortunate to be living with elderly people. And I'm saying unfortunate so because some people may feel that they want to have their freedoms to move around, but unfortunately we are bound by the rules and the laid down regulations that we need to protect ourselves, protect our families, as well as protecting those around us. The reason why I say that is because when you stay with elderly people particularly, you put them at the highest risk because they are the ones who are most vulnerable and who are living with underlying conditions as well. So it is important that we take cognizance of that. But I also wish to share with you a very sad story that very recently, in fact today, I've just had to go and lay my sister to rest. Very, very sadly so, Nombeko Beauty Langa, who has unfortunately succumbed to coronavirus. And this for me is a very sad situation because I myself am a victim, or should I say a survivor of coronavirus, because I was also infected by coronavirus and I managed to pull through. I know for a sure case that people can pull through and they can really have their lives back again after coronavirus, because there is life after coronavirus. I also actually got to be informed that people are hiding themselves now from declaring that they are coronavirus or they are positive. This for me is very sad rather, because people who do not declare themselves can be reckless at times, because we are making this call particularly to those people who are roaming around the streets without knowing what they are doing in the streets, because it has been clearly said that you only leave your house when it is necessary to do so. But also when you do leave your house, you wear your mask in a proper way. It should cover your nose, cover your mouth, and cover your chin. Very importantly. Secondly, you keep your social distancing from other people. But thirdly, you wash your hands regularly when you have touched something that is foreign from where you are staying. But it is also important, people, that we make this call to those people who have not yet been infected by the coronavirus to desist rather from this attitude of negligently discriminating against those who have been infected, because it could be them today, but it could be you tomorrow. I call on you to desist from this rather unwanted and unwarranted attitude, because it only makes things worse. We ask of you to please support those people who are infected of coronavirus, so that these people can have the strength that they require to be able to outlive the virus, because the virus can be defeated. But the first and the most important thing for us to do is to avoid the infections of the virus. Yes, it can be outlived, it can be defeated, but do not try it, because you do not know what your strength is as compared to those who have already made it. So I'm making this plea to say to people, please obey the rules, stick to the laid down regulations, and let's make sure that we all support one another. Because as I've said in the past, this is not the time for us to discriminate one another, but rather a time for us to come together, support one another, and advise one another. So this is a call, a very simple but a clarion call to all people, particularly people from Thembalethu, because we are quite concerned that the virus is at its highest in our own locality. So please, people, stick to the rules. Let's make sure that we protect one another from the virus, and let's make sure that we join hands and give the word and the message out there to people to stop acting recklessly. Anything and everything we do must show that we are responsible citizens and we take interest in what happens in our country. Because after all, by being reckless, this affects your own livelihood, because some people are out of work today because of the coronavirus, because of the lockdown. So we need to make sure that we do as much as we can in contributing towards not sharpening the curve, in making sure that those people who have been laid down by their companies or by their work are having an opportunity to go back to work and be able to earn a living. Otherwise, if we continue to do things recklessly, we will end up being unemployed and not being able to support ourselves as well as our families. So this is a plea to everyone. Please cooperate with everyone and make sure that you protect yourself and you protect your families and those around you. Thank you very much, people, and thank you very much for taking time to listen to this message. And I really beg of you, and I know that you definitely heed to the call. Thank you very much. Take care.